Yeah, we got one regular season game left. We're trying to, go out on a win, and hopefully, this isn't our last game. That's what, is really motivating us. We don't want this to be our last game, last home game for the seniors. We want to take them out right.
You probably played one of your best games as a team after maybe one of your worst. After Washington State, you came back to USC. Stanford maybe was the low point. Is this another game where you guys can pick it back up after that, or is it really hard to come back from a game like that?
No, I mean, I definitely think it's possible, we just have to have another good week of practice and, put our first foot forward and just, keep going.
And Ryan, can you talk a little bit about your season in particular, what you've learned, some of the things that you want to improve upon moving forward?
Yeah, it's been a little up and down, kind of, how our season's been. I think, just keep trying to, take care of the ball and just grow, just keep learning from the experience, don't take a step backwards because, just always learn from your experiences.
Ryan, how do you feel personally about the Ducks and about the Civil War? Are you emotionally, being a California kid, are you into it?
Yeah, I mean, since, being up here, it's definitely a big game for the state of Oregon, so it's gonna be a good rivalry. I mean, it's been a good rivalry, and it's gonna be a good game on Saturday.
Ryan, you said the other night after Stanford that you guys were going to have to watch film to figure out what was going wrong. You've probably watched film at least once. What are you seeing that you guys just aren't doing right?
I mean, offensively, I think we put some drives together. We shot ourselves in the foot a couple of times against Stanford, and never really got in a rhythm. Like you saw against USC or any of the games, we've been really successful on offense. So I think it's all about getting in a rhythm and putting points on the board.
Someone pointed out earlier that this is going to be the fifth top 10 team you guys have played this season, but the only one in Reeser. How much does it help that you'll be in a friendly atmosphere?
It's definitely going to help a lot. We played well at Reeser this whole this whole season. So, I definitely think, the fans get into it. They're going to have a lot of fun. And, we use that as energy, just, get us going. So it's going to be good.
There's so much talk about Oregon's offense, but you're going to face their defense, which is also very, very good. Have you studied Oregon film yet?
Yeah, they're a fast group. They have a lot of guys that fly around the ball. They try to mix it up on you. They bring a lot of pressure. So, we're going to have to, pick that pressure up and, try to convert some plays.
Ryan, Coach Riley talked earlier today got asked about losing James and how you guys have responded, whether that's been a factor. Now that it's been 6 or 7 weeks, what are you seeing in the guys who've had to step up, and has your work with like Marcus really helped now that you guys are a little more settled with each other and everything? Yeah,
I think so. Me and Marcus, we worked all summer, so I didn't think he thought he might have as dominant a role as he has now, but he's a young guy. I think he's doing a good job stepping up. I think all the other receivers are doing a good job. Aaron's doing a good job. Jordan's doing a good job. So, we look to just, have another big game here in Reeser.
Hey, Ryan, Oregon cornerback Cliff Harris this week said it was like a big brother, little brother matchup between you guys. And
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Cliff Harris, the cornerback for Oregon, said this week it was like a little brother, big brother matchup, and he called you guys the little brother. What's your thoughts on that? I mean, do you take that kind of stuff personally, or is that just something to laugh off?
Let's laugh. I mean, we'll see the score, when it comes out on, Saturday after the game. See what happens then.
Not along those lines, but about Cliff Harris as a cornerback, he's obviously he's made a lot of plays this year, both on defense and in the special teams. What makes him such a dangerous cornerback in the pass defense?
He's a good player.
Nothing more about Cliff? Your offense, Quiz hasn't had the numbers-wise, the production this year that he has in years past. Why do you think that is, and do you think that his production is down at all?
Not really. I mean, Quiz is still, a great back. We've been in situations where we kind of had, we've been down. We kind of had to throw the ball a little bit more. Hasn't gotten involved as much as, probably should be. But, I mean, Quiz, you just got to find ways to get that guy the ball, whether it's in the passing game or running game. And, we have to do a good job of that this game, if we want to win.
You mentioned James's injury earlier. How did that affect you, I guess, in your development this season, losing the #1 target?
I mean, it was a blow. You know, we worked all summer too, you know, so, you know, I think felt like we had a, you know, good timing down and whatnot. You know, replacing a guy like James is big, so, but like I said before, you know, we've had some guys to step up, so they just need to continue doing that.
Ryan, you guys will always be compared to Oregon because you're the two in-state schools. How important would it be, obviously, to knock them off their perch? And along those lines, how tiring does it get to have to hear about all their success this year?
It does, but, you know, especially with a up and down season like we have, it'll definitely be, you know, a good way to cap the season off, you know, with the win against those guys. So, you know, just looking forward to it.
With so much hype on this game day here, you guys are wearing the giant killer uniforms. As a team leader, how do you channel that energy into motivating your team and you know, keeping everyone focused?
You know, I think you know, being with how our season's gone, it's you know, if you can't get motivated for this game, it's I don't really know what to tell you, because you know, we got one last game here in Reeser. You know, our seniors have one last game here in Reeser, so you know, I think everyone's gonna, you know, be pumped up and ready to go, and you know, hopefully that's some positive energy to, you know, get this game going.
Do you think it's hard to keep your guys from not getting caught up in everything, and the fact that you're playing a team that is gunning for the national championship, and also the fact that you guys are playing for your bowl eligibility?
What was it? I'm sorry.
I mean, is it hard to deal with all these things when you have a big game and you guys are just here trying to play for your bowl eligibility too? I mean, that's also a big factor.
Not really. I mean, you know, I think you know, we have our backs against the walls right now, so you know, it's really, you know, going to look to see how we respond. You know, how we want to finish this season off. You know, we can, you know, go one or two ways. You know, we could fold up, you know, or we can, you know, hit the ground running and, you know, get one last win here in Reeser.
After Washington State, Ryan, you guys seemed like you really rallied and got angry and played with a chip on your shoulder. Is your sense that that's what the mood of the team is again after the Stanford game this week? I don't know how much you guys have hung out, but
yeah, you know, this is our first day back here, so as a team, so you know, we'll see today. You know, hopefully we have a good practice, and you know, we're going to need that good preparation this week.
Anybody else for Ryan? Thank you.
Yeah.